This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everybody. When I say this word right away, it conjures up a feeling of relaxation, elation. You look forward to it. The word is massage. And that's a part of a bigger umbrella, which would be body work. It's a lot more than just somebody massaging you, deep tissue and things like that. We're going to focus on that today. And she's out of Golden, Colorado. Love the name of her business, Golden Bodyworker. And we're going to learn a lot today from Wendy Armstrong, who joins us on the program. How are you doing today?
Very good. Thank you.
So how would you define body work? There's a lot there than just massage, right?
Well, yes and no. Let's break it down. A lot of times body work is body hyphen work. And the type that would be, they would say proper English, but the word that we use here is body worker as one complete word, meaning all encompass, working with the body and the work that you do. According to the dictionary, body worker means a massage therapist that has more training and has more experience in the work that they do. So the body worker word is separating us from just a massage, letting people know that we go further than just what some massage therapists call the ABCs. You know, you just go through the flow, you're doing your routine. A body worker is more likely going to assess and then focus on the problems at hand more and more so than just doing a routine for relaxation. You know, even if you do a routine for relaxation, sometimes they work on those pieces, but as a body worker, usually the massage is never the same, depending on the need of the day. And people will come in and said, "Oh, do what you did last time." And I'm like, once you leave the door, it's done. It's a whole different thing for the next time, because we live life and life gives us experiences that make our body work or work extra hard. Sometimes we stress it out, or sometimes just emotionally, our bodies get tense by a lot of things that can be happening to us. And maybe the time before it was just working on the computer, but now your workload is higher. And so now you're going to have probably more stress in upper shoulders and neck, and maybe some lower back work because you're at the desk a little bit longer. So each time is a little different.
When you work with, that's pretty much what I was just going to ask you. When you work with somebody, do you read their body language? Like people take it for granted, but I got to believe when they walk in the door, you're already checking them out. It's like you're like a CSI investigator. You're putting all the pieces together. Maybe somebody's leaning toward one side or whatever it might be. You're already assessing that. And then also maybe go a little woo here, but you're also picking up on their energy and the spiritual side of things so that you can give them a full best treatment in terms of body work.
You know, that one you have to be really careful with that. Not everybody's into the woo-woo.
I hear you. That's why I always do this. I always do this on podcasts. Woo alert, everybody. Woo alert. Just letting you know, here it comes.
Yeah, woo alert. You know, not everybody's into that, you know.
Yeah.
We are taught that we are a body with the spirit that carries around us. Our mind, our thoughts, and our actions affect how we are and how we interact within our life, or they would say generate energy and action around us. So that is a philosophy within our practice, but that doesn't mean that's a philosophy or an understanding with everyone. So you have to be really careful to when you approach that. Sometimes you just say, how you feeling today? And sometimes they just talk about the body, and sometimes they say, oh my goodness, my I haven't worked for the whole year. I'm just stressing out. Um, uh, my husband, his contract is over. My mother-in-law is in the hospital, and then you go, okay, this is something I can work with the body and what's going on in their life.
Mm.
And then I do it according to that and what's going on. But some people are not into just hands-on touching. They want to be worked on.
Well, let's go there because so many of us, myself included, until I saw the other side of massage, where I'm paying that therapist, give me the deep tissue, get in there, start digging around. If it's too much, I'll let them know. But get in there. I want to get my money's worth. Doesn't have
Right.
to work that way. Doesn't really work that way. And I just want to share before you get deep into this. I've had lymphatic drainage massage a couple of years ago where it's such a
Mm-hmm.
light touch after like five, and it's for a different goal to move lymphatic fluid around. But after like 5 or 10 minutes, I was like, well, it's a light touch, but wow, this is good. That didn't have to be, dig your thumbs in, right?
Right. Well, actually, just last night, my last client, we did a little bit of massage, a little deep tissue mixed with energy work.
Mm.
And she has been in two car accidents and just feels like there's a lot of emotional energy within her body. So I did the areas where I saw problems, and I did some just holding the pressure and then backing off and adding the energy and putting the energy in there for the healing. And as I started, I put the pressure in first and added enough, she can feel the energy more when things got released and the energy coming in, and she can feel the healing. When she got done, I got a big tip. She's like, wow. She, but I mean, you don't, you can do the deep and then add the light with the energy added to it. So, but she requested it that way. But I don't always work that way depending on where people are at. You got to meet people, you got to meet where the people are at.
Can you now? It's been my understanding that when you do energy work on somebody, that you need to have their permission.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But if they're asking for it, then you go, what would you like? Do you want Reiki? You want Nishima? You want Jinshin High Touch? You want, uh, acupressure points worked on? I mean, what direction would you like to go?
Let's say somebody doesn't know, they come before you, they're coming in for a massage, and
Hmm.
you either see them, talk with them, or you start the session, and you're detecting, whoa, okay, seems like they got a lot going on. I'm picking up on some stuck energy, just a certain vibration. Would you add a little energy work to the body work? You'd
Not
have
without their permission.
you'd have to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you
Yeah. No
say?
way.
What would you say to that person who they don't know anything about any of this? I just came to get a massage.
Then you just give them a massage.
But
You
would
have
you
you want
say if you're picking up on something, let's say,
uh
they're not revealing anything, but you're feeling a lot of energy, maybe some stuck energy here and there. Would you say, I'm just going to let you know I do energy work. I'm feeling, I can do some Reiki on you if you want. It's up to you. Would you do that? Have you done that?
um I would ask them, like, have you had any energy work done? And are you open for that? Is kind of the way I would approach it. I wouldn't say, I can do this energy work on you. Okay, hey, you want to do it? I wouldn't approach it that way. I would
Sure.
approach it more like, hey, I notice that I'm feeling the body work we're doing here, the pressure we're doing here is not releasing. Um, we can back it off and maybe do something a little lighter, maybe something to do with energy work. Are you open for that? And then approach it that way. And if they say, that's just a little too esoteric for me, let's just move on. And so then I'll just do a different technique and and see if we can get it to release.
So I've never asked this, but it just popped into my head based on that last word you said. Can you release, again, woo alert, can you release stuck energy without doing energy work, just with massage?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. You definitely can. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because you're still doing energy exchange. You may not be working with it specifically, it's the intention of energetic. You're still having an energetic exchange without doing without the focus of the energy work or calling in more energy in to work. Some people are just not ready for that. Sometimes it can make them feel really agitated if you start putting too much energy in the room because they're just not ready for it.
So interesting you say the energetic exchange. It's everything. Like
Yes.
I once had somebody I was connected to. It was a Reiki practitioner, and
Mm-hmm.
they did a session on me. And I said, all
Yeah.
right, give me your handle, how I Venmo you. I'll send it. They said, no, it's on me. I helped them out with something. Yeah, that's on me. I'm like, no, I want to pay it. They said, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. Venmo me $1. And I said, $1? What are you talking about? Send me that dollar, because it was an exchange of energies. That makes sense?
Yes. Everything is an exchange of energy. Something as simple as uh, going to the store. There was a lot of exchange of energy to go buy your produce or your chicken or everything. There was energy in that. And then you go and you buy then you spend the money to buy it. And then it's an energy exchange all the way through, just as something as going to the grocery store or putting the gas. There's a lot of energy exchanged in your gas tank to get your gas, to get the
Mm.
tank gas there and to get it processed. So it's a process of things that you do daily that is an energetic exchange. It's all around us, it's happening, it's in our words, it's in our thoughts, it's everything.
Mm. I know we're pivoting here for just a moment, but I'm
Yeah.
curious on your thoughts. So we
Okay.
talked about money.
Mm-hmm.
Is money nothing more than just paper, dirty paper? That's all it is. It's just paper, but it's got an energetic connection to it. And there's where the value and all that comes in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, wow, yeah. Money can be really sticky because people have uh thoughts about money, like money's evil and people have money take advantage of other people just because of the way our systems are and people working for corporations. So there's a lot of thought and distortion around how you earn your money and how money
Yes.
goes.
And a lot
So
of
you
bad
gotta be
energy.
really, yeah, you gotta be really careful with that. But if you're earning it and people are doing it because they appreciate what you do, then you're grateful for the money that you have so that you can continue the exchange for the things that you need. So
Mm.
it's really, you got to be really careful with that.
Yeah,
So, I mean, we can go on, we can have a whole podcast just on that.
I know. And I had this conversation last night. Um, I'm in a men's group. We do, support community
Yeah,
service leadership, and we were talking about money and what it represents. And
yeah,
many of us have challenges. We'd say, money doesn't come in, lack of abundance and things like that. But usually, you have a block from that. Again, like you said, could do a whole podcast. So I was curious, your thoughts on that. How for you? How did this all come about? I mean, this is an interesting,
Mm.
Wendy, what you do. It's very unique. Where did this all begin for you?
Oh gosh. Well, I didn't grow up thinking, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to be a massage therapist. But I did want to do something that worked with ancient teachings and more modern um, medicine,
Hmm.
our current medicine. And my mom was a nurse. She would, come home on her feet all day, feet are all swollen, plop on the couch, throw her feet up to anybody who was sitting there at the time, which I'm always glued to the TV and I'm the one that always seemed to get it. The boys see her heading for the couch, my brothers, and they would head for it and I would get it. And I'm like, darn it, I gotta rub your feet. Ew. That kind of thing. So I never thought I would be like, oh yeah, that's becoming a massage therapist and rub people's feet. Um, but as I kept going on, and I was in college, and when I was there, and I was okay, so I went to Cal Poly of San Luis, and we had this thing called Poly Royal. And to raise money for our department, they would have us do massage therapy to raise money for our department for college. And I was doing massage, and as much money as I was making for the department, people were tipping me the same and saying, "Oh, you're a talented. This is what you should be doing. You're a real natural. There's people I pay more money and you're even better than them." But I'm like, no, I want to. At this time, I was thinking I want to work with kids and help them out and work maybe at like a Boys and Girls Club or YMCA, do children's program and helping them, our youth, develop and how they think. And so then when I got done with college and I worked as a children's activities coordinator there on the Big Island of Hawaii. Every time I was there with the fitness and helping them out because I was a rec major, they kept saying, Wendy, you would make a really good massage therapist. Have you ever thought of considering that? So it just kept coming up for me at various stages of life. Then I moved here. I had a chiropractor come up to me and goes, look, we have a friend that just opened a massage school and we notice how you are and how you work and how you see life. We really think that you'd make a really good massage therapist.
Mm.
So I gave up my career to get married. So I was kind of in this limbo. And I'm like, well, my whole life, everybody's been telling me this is what I should do. I'm going to give it a try. And I went to school in 2002, graduated in, was it March of 2003, and started my business in April of 2003. And I've been successful and doing well ever since.
Wow. Do you think you'd have the same success in this if you didn't blend the spiritual energy side?
Mm, yeah. Because you have to be, there's a spiritual part in you that you do on your own work that sometimes when you do the work it kind of exchanges in with the non-woo-woo stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm something is coming down for me right now. I call it a download in that everything we do is spiritual. Everything
That's
is,
right.
you just, not you, but just we don't realize that it is unless you're
Mhm.
tuned into it, if you will. But there's
Mhm.
a spiritual aspect to every interaction, literally everything you do.
Right.
Hmm.
Exactly. You betcha. hmm
Kind of an eye opener when you think, okay, so I'm going to, woo alert, woo alert. Do you feel,
Alert.
I feel like we're in a car and I'm driving, and the car is screeching to every side of the road. Like, on to something else here. On to the side. Wait, hold on. Let me try and keep the wheels going forward.
Right.
Are we spiritual beings in a human container?
Oh, definitely yes. Yes, that is an absolutely true.
I agree. And I never had that thought until a few years ago. I was just in my garage. It was kind of a rainy day. I was going to read a book, and I was like, and all of a sudden I'm staring out, and I just see trees on each side, and it like hit me in the head that notion. And one thing to back that up, woo alert, my mom passed away 7 years ago next
hmm
week. And I had a great relationship with her, but I feel my connection to her is stronger in a weird way. Like I get signs, I get signals, I get very specific stuff. Very. I ask for it, usually get it. And it was that I had that another epiphany that when we're gone, our energy is still around us. And then that also fortified that thought of that, we're just walking around and call it a meat suit that we wear, but we are spiritual beings. And, even
Yes.
animals, same kind of deal.
Now let's switch that up inside and say
Sure.
you are a physical body inside inside your spiritual being.
All right. That's getting too deep for me. I'm going to need clarification and explanation on that, please.
Okay. Yes. All right. So we think we're a body with the spirit inside, but our spirit is so large and so expansive that it's so big it cannot fit it within our bodies. Our body is inside our spirit of itself.
All right. So essentially the same thing, but to broaden it a little bit, it's
Yes.
for lack of a better description, but one that can be clear, we have a field around us, a force field, if you will, of our energy, and our body is within it, not just the spiritual side of it being within the body. It's wherever it's in, it's out, it's all around, all of that.
Right. Yeah. And in your spiritual sense, all of it is just you are experiencing life as a spiritual being, as a physical spiritual being, and how you interact, how you talk is an experience that you create yourself.
Well, we could do a whole podcast on that, in that whatever's around us right at this moment, you created it. You may not be aware of it. Say that again?
Pictures behind you.
They have meaning.
There you go. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to process the pictures. I mean, right above my head right there is Sting. And I met him, interviewed him, and I respect him. And, it was a wonderful moment. He said,
if I had the experiences you've had in life that had some energetic exchange or some thought of there is now created within your space.
I would love to look at that even deeper, because I've heard that everything around, you look around, you created it.
That's right.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
We're out of time. We could just keep going here. Fascinating talking with you. It's such an interesting blend here, from the massage body work to the spiritual side of things. But for me today, Wendy, you crystallized it, how it's all one, and how everything we do, and I never thought of this way after years of pondering all of this, that everything we do is spiritually connected.
Yes, definitely so.
We just don't know it. Golden, Colorado is where you're located. If somebody wants to, if they're within that geo, where would they find you? And can we also even connect with you if somebody wants to pick your brain, virtually, or if it's a Reiki treatment or anything like that?
I would love to have them. I'm at 1300 Jackson Street, right off the downtown Golden area, and then this small little niche of this valley that we're at, right at the base of the mountains.
It's so funny. I'm sure you've heard this, but every time I hear Golden, Colorado, I think of beer.
Yeah, it's just a block away.
I'm sure. And, when the mountains turn blue on the can. Wonderful talking with you, Wendy. Looking forward if we get a chance to get together again. And
this was so much fun, wasn't it?
And go woo. It really was.
We went woo today.
Yeah, and it's all good. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.